Why are we even called consumers? Is that some kind of Orville reference that I'm just missing? Because let's be honest, at this rate, we're not going to be able to consume anything. Food is becoming a luxury, and I'm not even kidding. The quality of food is down, the amount of food you can buy is down, the prices are always going up, and, well, the diversity of food that you can actually buy is also going down. So, there you go. Okay? And the luxury items for the average person are pretty much unattainable. A house? Forget about it. A sustainable job to buy a car? Forget about it. A single job that can provide for you and your family? Definitely forget about that. Boys, listen. At this rate, soon, the poor millionaires are actually gonna become as poor as us. Because a millionaire will be poor at this rate. Which is hilarious because who honestly, who said that the class differences are not the funniest thing ever? Millionaires are now poor because everyone's now an African millionaire. Holy moly. And, well, it's all starting here with AI. RAM prices are gonna go up to 5K soon. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
Every single PC gamer has felt it. You go online, you look at graphics cards, and suddenly the prices don't make sense anymore. Cards that used to cost a few $100s now cost more than an entire gaming PC used to. And depending on who you listen to, the reasons change every single week. Some people say it's greed, some say it's AI ruining everything, others say Steam
Why can't it just be all of it?
and Nvidia are secretly working together, which is a very strange one because I absolutely do not believe that at all. But today we're going to strip away the rumors, the clickbait, and the panic, and actually explain what's happening with real data, real economics, and a few uncomfortable truths that no one wants to admit. This isn't just about GPUs getting more expensive, this is about PC gaming changing forever. And I love PC gaming. Like, ever since I jumped ship to PC gaming, I couldn't go back to an inferior experience like console gaming ever again. And like you, I was willing to pay more for the PC experience. But now, we're reaching a
Based and understandable. Okay, listen. The people who are saying your PC is going to be more expensive than a console, not actually even true. Your PC is going to last you 5 years minimum, and then you can probably upgrade like 1 or 2 parts. This is what's going to cost like, I don't know, a K or a K and a half, and you're going to be right as rain for the future.
Point where people are going to have to take out fucking loans to get a gaming PC. Happy 2026. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you ate well. I hope you've rested. I hope you drank. So to start off the year, it would be amazing if we could get 130,000 subs. Smash the subscribe button. If unfiltered, unbothered.
Okay, relax, Fried Panda. Also, your audio is like ridiculously low here.
Uncensored. Gotta make it exactly. They know news broke yesterday that Nvidia and AMD are going to significantly increase GPU prices starting next month. Well, we are in that next month now. And apparently they want the RTX 5090 to go from $2,000 to $5,000.
Oh, wait, what are you? A broke boy? Then just say so. That's only a 250% increase. What's wrong with you? Come on, there's your team spirit. Nvidia's doing good, the AI companies are doing good, and the money is just going around in circles. It's doing great. Like, why be a negative Nancy?
Both companies are reportedly planning to continue raising GPU prices every month going forward. It's highly likely that the price increases will extend across their entire product lineup, encompassing.
And it's very likely that the price will never go down because they never do. It's like taxes. The moment you get taxed more, it never disappears.
Not only consumer GPUs, but also GPUs for data centers and servers. You know, the difference here is that those companies can afford to pay whatever price hike Nvidia throws at them. Consumers can't. $5,000. I remember there was a point in time where we thought 900 was insane for a GPU.
Yeah, turns out a computer is actually an investment nowadays. That's wild.
And during that time, 900 would be for an enthusiast GPU. Now we're entering a phase of $5,000 enthusiast graphics cards that don't offer significant gains over the previous entry. When we hit the 30 series, that basically was the peak performance you're ever going to get. And at that point, a 3080 was also very expensive. But to think, if I was to pay $5,000 for a 3080 6 years ago, that would have been completely
Yeah, the GX 2070 was already the peak where I thought that money is just a myth at this point. It's already 2K. The N71 beta costs somewhere around, well, it's gonna probably cost also close to 5K. The RAMs from RAM 4Ev is also up. Their new XI7 series is already $1,500. I'm just making stuff up.
unaffordable. And it is unaffordable now as well.
But some of you thought I'm not making up gibberish.
Nvidia,
That's how stupid technology is, in my opinion.
fully intends to price out its consumer base because, let's face it, there's not much money for them to gain selling consumers GPUs versus selling GPUs to other big tech companies. This isn't Nvidia waking up and deciding gamers deserve.
Now, granted, as someone who has AMD, Nvidia, Palantir, and a lot of connected things, I'm kind of sitting here being like, oh no, oh no, oh no, the horrors. Oh no, the horrors of me getting more money. Oh no, again, remember what I have said. Only people without money suffer in crises. Crises are literally made to enrich people who already have money, and especially the billionaires. Never let a good crisis slide, as they say.
Pain. This is an entire industry shifting towards AI workloads, and gaming hardware is caught in the blast radius. They just don't care what it does to gamers. It's not personal, but that doesn't exactly make
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid.
it any better, does it? So GPU prices didn't just go up. Expectations as well stayed behind. For over a decade, gamers were trained to believe $200 to $300 equals solid mid-range, $400 to $500 equals high-end, $700 and above is an enthusiast card or a work card. That mental model is dead, and here's why. Manufacturing isn't what it used to be. Modern GPUs aren't just quote-unquote bigger chips. They require advanced fabrication nodes, more transistors than entire CPUs from a few years ago. Massive amounts of high-speed VRAM, which is now competing with AI servers. That's right.
Wait, what is this AI slop?
These cards are being built to cater to AI tech. They're not being built to cater more to gamers. That's why you see Nvidia pushing so hard for frame gen and DLSS. GPUs have not been making generational leaps. Moore's law is very real, and Nvidia is much more interested in selling you on the premises of AI through these GPUs. They want you to get a little taste of it. They want to sell you on the idea of AI through these GPUs. It also allows them to experiment and advance the tech, and their focus is primarily on that. There's very little room for growth for GPU hardware right now, which is why
Do you think our American friends are gonna in some way actually, tell Nvidia that they can't actually do all of the crazy stuff that they're trying to do? Probably not, I'm assuming.
urge every single person out there to buy old GPUs. Some people laughed at me on social.
By the way, listen, there is a solution for this, and I call it the Microsoft solution, okay? Hear me out. Needless to say, Microsoft is completely imploding and going down the gutter. Because you know who gets hired at Microsoft nowadays. You know, it is what it is, boys. I'm not saying anything. If we get rid of the current Nvidia CEO and replace him with an equally obviously qualified, well, let's just put fun reasons say a person from India, all of this could probably be avoided. I mean, look at how great Microsoft is doing. Do you know that look at this? Like, a bug like this has never existed before, but now it does. Look at this. If I want to go back, I can't start the video from 0 seconds because it bugs out. You can't. You can't. You can't. This has never existed before, okay? You need to click here, drag it all the way back, otherwise you can't click from 0. It is insane. It is insane. Okay? So, if we get a little bit of a leadership change in Nvidia, we can probably implode all of this AI nonsense, and, maybe things are gonna become better.
Social media about that. But no, seriously, any GPU within the last 6 years is fine. I do not understand why gamers jump on board with the brand new GPUs from Nvidia. Every single time they come out, they need that card right away, when their card from 5 years ago hasn't even been pushed to its full potential yet. The shift in focus on more VRAM, Nvidia's entire design philosophy for their hardware has completely changed. It's swinging more in favor with AI.
What is this AI garbage, by the way?
Manufacturing process, while similar to how they have traditionally done it for years, has a completely different goal in mind. The same factories that make gaming GPUs also make AI accelerators worth tens of thousands of dollars per unit. So if you're Nvidia or AMD, ask yourself, do I sell this silicon to a gamer or to a company training AI models with unlimited budgets? That question alone explains half of modern GPU pricing right there. And here's something most videos...
Wait, this looks so lame. So again, I have not seen anything good come from AI just yet. Everything AI is like slightly impressive at the start, but after the wow and amazement moment wears off, you kind of just instantaneously understand, wait a minute, this is really bad actually. This is worthless.
Seem to completely ignore when bringing up these GPU prices. And that's that VRAM prices matter more than the GPU chip itself. Modern graphics cards need faster memory, larger memory pools, more complex memory controllers. And guess who else needs massive amounts of memory? AI data centers. So when memory manufacturers raise prices, GPU makers don't absorb the cost, they pass it on. And that is why entry cards feel stagnant, like they haven't moved much in terms of performance over the years. It's why mid-range cards creep upward in price. It's why high-end cards jump dramatically. Now comes the most critical part here. Nvidia used to be a gaming first company. That's no longer true. Today, gaming GPUs are just a mere fraction of Nvidia's total revenue. Data centers and AI hardware dominate profit. Gaming GPUs exist largely because they support brand loyalty and ecosystem lock-in, which means something uncomfortable for all of us. Gamers are no longer Nvidia's priority customer. Like, we just do not exist to them, which is why you see them pushing for GeForce Now. They want gamers to adopt that service and move away from actually...
Bro, I mean, he is right, though, about this. It is a solution for the, oh, you poor creature, you don't have RAM? Well, buy our slop thing that costs $15 for 15 hours of playtime. And by the way, keep in mind, this is just the start, okay? Nvidia is still trying to hook people. So there are a couple of people who are probably saying, oh, I need to pay $15 now for $100 in a month? Dude, sign me up, that's cheap. This is the good old days of Game Pass, I tell you. Angry elderly man waves his hand angrily at the heavens, screamed. Classic. Even, dude, listen, Game Pass was barely worth it when it was $5, okay? Even then, the math doesn't math. Now it's worth like $20. It's not even close to worth it now. Oh my god. But Nvidia's thing is also gonna increase its pricing. That's the thing. When they get you on it, because there's no other alternative, you can bet they're gonna increase the prices. This is what they don't tell you. This is what no one is thinking about. The fact that this is just the start. It's to get you on it. It's for you to forget that you can buy RAM, that RAM doesn't exist. And then you just, they're going to probably be paying $25 a month. What was the thing that Microsoft made? That streaming service, that garbage, that imploded. I don't remember what it's called. But the reality is, we already knew this a couple of months ago, but the reality is, they were ahead of its time. When Microsoft first made their cloud thing, it was garbage, but it was ahead of its time. Now, it actually would see a market slowly emerge.
Having hardware.
Stadia.
They want you to stream games, but you have to pay more money to get extra hours in. Does that mean Nvidia hates gamers? I mean, personally, I think Nvidia views us gamers as nothing more than numbers on a data sheet. I don't think they hate us, but they definitely don't need us anymore. So when people say Nvidia wouldn't raise prices, gamers would revolt, the response is simple. Revolt to where? AMD can compete, but AMD doesn't have unlimited supply either. Intel is improving, but they're years behind at the high end. There is no pressure forcing prices down. Now you're probably wondering, how does Steam fit into any of this? Are you Ono Italics? Are you just gonna bring up Steam in the thumbnail, not actually mention them? Or are you actually gonna mention Steam?
Ooh.
Early on at the reveal of the Steam machine, I was very critical, but also interested in what the device could do. 8 gigs of RAM. It's hard to take a device like that serious, but now people might actually have to take it serious, because at the end of the day, the Steam machine will be one thing that could succeed in this market of inflated prices for computer parts, and that's that it's a completely functioning PC. Yes,
there we go. Right yet again, boys.
It's designed with ease of use in mind, but it is also primarily a computer. And if it's really priced at $700 or $800 in a market where building a PC might have to cost you $4,000 to $5,000, at the mid-range level, the Steam machine might become a very viable option for people who absolutely need computing tech. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a better alternative to actual PC hardware. I'm just telling you that it might be the only actual affordable option for gamers and people looking to do any kind of computing. So many people who have PC parts picked out already on standby in a shopping cart that didn't get a chance to hit checkout just yet are going to log back into their accounts and notice that the prices are basically doubled or tripled, and they're gonna have to cancel their PC build outright. But that's where Valve is being smart in their marketing with the Steam machine. They're letting you know up front, the most important thing about this device is that yes, it is a PC. Front and center, that is the most important bit of info people need, because it means that you don't have to just be regulated to Steam OS. And that's what a console is. It's a box restricted to solely only letting you use its operating system built for it. A computer
no one likes the limitations on consoles.
Actually allows you to freely use an actual operating system that's not designed to be a interface for console users. It's an actual desktop experience. And that is, at the end of the day, what people in the computing world need: a desktop. And you can use this box as one. Granted, I wouldn't use it for high demanding processes because of its RAM limitation, but you could outright probably just edit videos on this, record things on it, Photoshop, browse the web, do spreadsheets, text documents.
Obviously. The average company, by the way, if we're talking about this kind of usage, just needs to operate Excel. That's literally it. It doesn't get more complicated than that. And most companies who need to operate more, well, they just start stuck with longer query times. That's pretty much it. Simple. Really simple, actually.
Record music, you name it. It will, in theory, be able to do all the basic things that people need from a computer. And that is Valve's advantage right now. Their only advantage, because I have a sneaky suspicion that this Steam machine is going to sell out on day one. There will be no units available after the pre-orders are locked in. And that right there might not actually be good for Valve, because I don't know how they're going to produce more. Less RAM might mean needing to spend less than their competitors, but if the demand is hot enough, they will find a way. I mean, yeah, $800 for a system with 8 gigs of RAM. Doesn't sound like
Nah, it's probably gonna end up being like 1K something. But then again, if the Steam box is 1K something, then you know that the other consoles are gonna be 2K something plus. I think the end goal of Steam releasing the GameCube is pretty much just be roughly 2 times cheaper than an Xbox or a PlayStation. So if Xbox and PlayStation are 2K each, well, Steam's gonna be 1K. I think that's their end goal, how they're trying to do this. Because again, you need to be cheaper, you need to be better, and well, you need to get people actually in.
a good deal until you realize you're not gonna get even a low-end entry PC for $800 anymore. Entry PCs might just be a full $1,000 now at this point, and that's without a GPU. Add the GPU, and you're getting closer to 2K now. Valve needs to take advantage of this opportunity. Market against pre-builts, market against Asus, market against Nvidia. Tell people no streaming services needed, no $2,000 GPU needed. The Steam machine,
no AI,
can power your computing needs. It's the one chance they have to capitalize on a market of hungry PC users, but unfortunately, I have a feeling that the majority of people buying this, like with all trends in hardware, will be scalpers, collectors, or just regular tech enthusiasts. But if you seriously need a computer, I can't believe I'm saying this. I really can't. But consider the Steam machine if you need a computer and you can't afford one. My second best option for you would be just buy older hardware. Like anything in the last 6 years is perfectly fine right now. Hell, you have hardware from 6 years ago that's still better than the PS5 Pro. The last thing you should be doing is handing Nvidia any more money. While I don't agree with the prices of anything, not even the price of the Steam box itself, I understand that its value proposition is greater than trying to build a PC right now. Hell, it might even be a better option than buying pre-built because Asus also announced a price hike. Everything is going according to plan, pricing out consumers so that they're forced to switch to cloud services, phase out this era of tech ownership. They're creaming at their pants thinking about this. Meanwhile,
bro, the more steady streams of revenue a company has, the better.
Valve is legitimately trying to do something good here. And it pains me because I know that they're not going to see anywhere near the same success as you get from other companies because they do not do mass retail. But if the Steam box was affordable on every single shelf in mass retail, I have a feeling they would be flying off shelves as a perfect alternative.
No one's gonna use that as a perfect alternative for an office PC. That's just the reality of things. Plus, also, by the way, everyone uses laptops anyway, so there is that, which is also a 10 out of 10. In any case, that was a Fritanga Plays 10 out of 10. Bye!